Hi parents and students, Dr. Ivan Khan here with another episode of How to Get Your Child into a Specialized High School. Diagnostic D edition for Consultorial's monthly diagnostics. Right now we're in the middle of May and we just completed Diagnostic D around May 13th. That means the week following the diagnostic we always have individual parent-teacher conference. Parents, remember it is mandatory, capital M-A-N-D-A-T-O-R-Y, to attend your child's parent conferences. This will allow you to understand what we are trying to do every single week to help your child succeed into a specialized high school. So right now, we're moving on to June. That means our advanced workshops are continuing. Advanced workshops happen every single Friday from 4:30 to 7 p.m. It's right after school, conveniently at any of our locations in Jackson Heights, Jamaica, Ozone Park, New York City, and now Conn's Floral Park, Long Island. So Friday workshops are really critical for those of you who are above a certain score right now. If you are above the median of 63, and we'll talk about that, we absolutely highly recommend advanced workshops for a seat at either Stuyvesant High School, which has the highest cutoff, or a seat at Bronx Science. And I know for a lot of students in Queens, when you take the Bronx Science bus, the workshops really catapult you into a score for Bronx Science and Stuyvesant. End of June also means a lot of other items. That means it's the last day of school on June 27th. That means we also have Diagnostic E coming up. So everything between now, mid-May, until last week of June, has to be towards Diagnostic E. Group PTC for Diagnostic E will be on the weekend of June 17th and 18th. Happy Father's Day to everyone watching. That'll be followed by the Diagnostic E on June 24th and 25th. Last day of school is the 27th. That means we're going to go right into our boot camps. Our boot camps will be starting July 5th. We do not want to see our students home all day on their phones, on their iPads, on your laptops, playing video games and just goofing around. We need you to get serious, especially those of you who are below the median. So right now, if you are a parent or you are a child with a score below 63, gotta get honest with ourselves. We have to consider summer weekday boot camps. We're not there yet. Perhaps you started late. Perhaps you haven't been practicing enough at home. Perhaps you're just a late bloomer. But there are close to 100 students who are getting closer and closer to their dream schools, already at the cutoffs with 4 to 5 months left, and we need that to be you. Let's take a close look at July, and this is how you can have an amazing month of learning everything you need for a score for Stuyvesant, Bronx Science, and Brooklyn Tech. So let's say you start off your Tuesdays, show up to cons, 11 o'clock to 2 o'clock. You'll have boot camps that'll help review material from the get-go, from the start. Boot camp is also the perfect place to practice all the material from our brand new Consultorial books. The Consultorial books for SHSAT are for math and reading, and the boot camps are a terrific place to use those books to really advance your knowledge base to get yourself a seat. So for those below 63, go for boot camps. For those above 63, go for advanced workshops. And if you really want to secure your score, join us for 5 days like some of the top students. In August, that'll continue all the way until the 25th. So you have to pack your summer with a lot of practice. If you're thinking about vacation this summer, please minimize it. Keep it under a week. If you're able to, avoid international travel this summer if you're taking the SHSAT for the first time. And you have to prioritize your seat at a specialized high school. Top scorers for Diagnostic D. We are so proud of some of our newest students who are on this board. Welcome to the Top Score Club, Nabil Khan. Welcome to the Top Score Club, Farhan W. Welcome, Ramia S. All of you have scored 89%. That means all of you are well into the hallways of Stuyvesant High School, looking around, pre-selecting your advanced placement classes. You're already making your friends. You already know what after-school clubs you're going to be joining. Say hi to Angel Cologne and the fantastic leaders of Stuyvesant High School. We also have terrific scores from Afreen M with an 88. Sadid maintaining a top 3 score, again, back on the list, Sadid M, Juno K, Tahim A, Zain M, and Tariq T. All of you have above an 85, all the way to an 89. We're already talking about Stuyvesant High School. We're already talking about the hallways of Bronx High School of Science, with 8 Nobel Prize winners. We are so excited. So now let's look at the median. The median was a 71 out of 114 questions. We're so proud of everyone who's scoring above that median. That's a 62%. So if you're above that, that means you are well on your way to a seat at Brooklyn Tech, Brooklyn Latin, Stuyvesant Bronx Science. And if you're below, time to pick up the practice. Congratulations to our top scorers. So again, we've spoken about this over and over again. If you're below a 62, if you're behind and you haven't been practicing enough yet, you gotta go in for the summer boot camp classes. If you're above a 62, you have to think about the advanced workshops on Fridays. And here's a secret pro tip. Those students who are taking the advanced workshop classes are usually scoring about 10 points higher every single diagnostic than those who aren't taking the advanced workshop. So that's just a matter of more time spent with their classmates, more time practicing, and it's also the most difficult material. And keep in mind, we are available 5 days a week in the summer. We'll take a close look. We'll have all of the special summer package pricing and the sales and the promotions, all for our students and families at cons. And let's find out what we're doing all this for. This is all to get into a fantastic place like Stuyvesant High School, downtown Manhattan. Got 3 scores above an 88. 3 scores above an 88. Trying to go to Bronx Science, where I'm a graduate from. Good luck. It's going to be 3 scores of 83, 3 scores of 83. And we're thinking about Brooklyn, Brooklyn Tech, Brooklyn Latin, the Brooklyn Bridge, SUNY Downstate, downtown Brooklyn, and all that cool stuff. You got to be thinking about scoring at least a 75 or 78. You have at least 3 scores of 78 on your diagnostics at cons. We'll keep it moving. If you're if you're at that 60s range, we know you can practice 2 hours a day. You haven't been yet, and just got to start practicing from those cons books. Order it on Amazon. We got to get you into that 65 to 70 range. Every single one of you have the ability by now. If you're at a 50s, 60s, it's just a matter of practicing more and maintaining that confidence. So final tips for some improvements at home. More important than anything, practice 1 to 2 hours a day. Practice 1 to 2 hours a day. Practice 1 to 2 hours a day. A lot of the students who've reached the top scores of 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 89, 89, they've all been practicing. I've been asking them, I've been calling their houses, speaking to their parents. What's going on? How is junior? How are our top students doing so well? They're all practicing at least 1 to 2 hours per day. When you come home, make sure to relax. Make sure to eat some food. Get everything that you want to text your friends, hang out for a little bit. But from 5 o'clock, you got to start your 2 hours of cons practice. No questions asked. After you finish your cons practice for SHSAT, that's when it's safe to start your school homework. It's the end of 7th grade. I know the state exams are behind you. You do not have that much homework anyway. Time to really pick up the practice for SHSAT. And now let's take a look at our amazing books. We have some amazing textbooks for the SHSAT. We have some advanced math grammar books for SHSAT by Cons. We have a sample of the grammar and reading book right here. And that just goes to show when you're practicing using the Cons information, all of us can be in the same material. So that's what's so important to using, buying our books. Shouts to our partners, Mr. Doug. We're really proud of his work. All the purchases and all the stuff for Amazon, for Cons, all that goes to our partners, Mr. Doug. And, we're really, really proud partners with him, and we can't wait for all of you to get your hands on the Cons SHSAT material for your best advanced practice. Most important thing you can do is start with your weakest section, which will be reading. Reading is usually you're going to be your weakest section, reading comprehension. Annotate, underline, cross out, main idea, how to identify words in the passage, all of that you've been practicing at cons, whether you're taking your classes in person or digitally. So we have to make sure to keep practicing that and show us what you got every single week. We also want to make sure we do support and recommend other books. At this point, you can toss out the Kaplan book, toss out McGraw-Hill, because we've already completed that. We are on pace for Barron's and Cons. Cons book and Barron's book. Those are the two important ones we have to start tackling now. It's May and June. It's time for Barron's and Cons. There's also the SHSAT handbook. Excellent source. It's absolutely free for all of you to find on your simple Google search. It's made by the New York City Department of Education, and it's always there for you to check out. All right, speaking of the New York City DOE, a lot of you might be taking their dream program and it may be conflicting with ours at Cons. So the question is, what should I be taking? Should I take Dream or should I take Cons? We even have advanced workshops at Jackson Heights on Saturdays that conflict with Dream. So overwhelmingly, everywhere you see green, those are good. So as you see, Cons has lots and lots of green. The work provided by Dream or Cons tutorials is challenging and helped me learn. So strongly agree. A lot more people said the Cons material was more difficult than the Dream material. Then the next question was, the amount of time I spent at Dream or Cons is sufficient to do well on the SHSAT. You can take a quick look there. Cons overwhelmingly outperforming Dream. Students are overwhelmingly rating Cons better than Dream. They also overwhelmingly said that our program at Cons is very thoughtfully and designed to help do well on the SHSAT. And as far as caring goes, we have a lot of folks who care at Cons. I'm certain that the leaders at Dream care as well, but we did outperform, the public school. You're paying for a private service more often than not, especially with a track record of ours of 30 years. We've been around longer than Dream. Have more students getting into the specialized high schools than Dream. So don't take your chances and come to Cons. Individual PTCs will be this week. So please keep an eye out for when your individual PTCs are. In case you ever miss an individual PTC, it's critical that you email Mr. Ishak and try to schedule. It's really critical that you also find the PTCs and parent conferences when they happen. Do not delay. Do not go for makeups. Now it's crunch time. Our kids are looking at us, parents. If you want your child to do well, you're going to have to start showing them your best habits through attending PTCs and being around and being a lot more involved. I have 2 kids of my own, and if I'm telling my son to put away his phone, guess what? I got to put away my phone also, and I struggle with that. So we're all working on this together, parents, moms, dads. We are here with you. It's not easy, but that's why we're here. And remember, parents, you can always log into your GradeCam accounts and find your child's scores. And for those of you taking our digital program, remember, keep your cameras on. Parents, have your child keep their cameras on, have their child take the class in a central location, such as a kitchen table, somewhere quiet, and that way you'll be able to help your child stay on par with the material. Why take the SHSAT? I think we know by now that's quality education at no cost, top teachers, lifelong friendships, lots of opportunities, lots of advanced placement classes, and access to the top colleges and universities. Congratulations to everyone from Cons who's made it to UPenn, Brown, Sophie Davis Medical School, Harvard, Columbia, Yale, Princeton's, NYU, so many top places. So a lot of that happens through Cons, through the SHSAT, and through attending one of these terrific high schools. We'll take a quick look. Stuyvesant High School, Lower Manhattan. Got to keep that in mind. Distance from your home and the highly competitive nature. Bronx Science, 8 Nobel Prize winners. Bus service that's available, private bus company that's available from Queens and has a campus and the brand new Mann Institute. Brooklyn Tech High School, shout outs to our partners at the Brooklyn Tech Alumni Foundation, where Cons Tutorial is the official tutoring partner of the Brooklyn Tech Alumni Foundation, the largest magnet school in the country with countless majors to choose from, for students attending one of the most exciting specialized high school experiences one can ask for. Finally, the 5 new specialized high schools and so many other fantastic options. But we're really focused on York Science and Brooklyn Latin as 2 places that you will have to rank when you take your diagnostics at cons and of course when you take the specialized high school test. So at this point, we'll start wrapping up. The parents, by now, you know how the SHSAT is formatted. I think we want to make sure, you got to keep in mind, these are grade 9, 10, and sometimes grade 11 standards. Your child is just finishing up the 7th grade, and they'll be taking the exam before they learn any 8th grade material. That's why we're here at Cons. That's how you can help your child get into specialized high school. That's how we had helped 4,600 students get into the specialized high schools. And most importantly, stay positive, stay connected, open your emails, watch the videos, share with your friends, refer us to your friends, because growing up, I've always enjoyed doing work when I had it with a friend to share it with. So please refer your friends to Cons, enjoy those discounts for your workshop and bootcamp add-ons. Keep practicing at home, and we can't wait to see how well you do on Diagnostic E. Keep it up, pay it forward, and keep practicing, everyone. Good luck to you all.